Greetings and good evening. My name is Tony Davis, coming to you from Mastermind Organized Effort Public Speaking Leadership Academy. Doing the best we can with the hand that we were dealt. Sometimes we are not the dealers, just players in the game of life. Growing up as a kid, I remember having dreams and aspirations. And I recall those dreams and those aspirations of wanting to be an executive. My mother, who I loved very much, give God thanks for her, and may she continue to rest in peace. But I do know that her spirit lives on. She did the best she can with the cards that she was dealt. Coming from the southern roots, from Augusta, Georgia, having a sixth grade education, and moving from Georgia here to Boston. I remember she had to rely on public assistance just to make her way. However, myself, my younger brother, and my three sisters, we didn't have what everyone else had, but we had enough. She made sure that she gave us enough with what she was dealt, the cards that she was dealt. And as a kid growing up, I remember being bullied. I can recall not getting the best grades in school. But I do remember always having the need to want more, to know more. I was curious as a kid. As a kid, I remember taking televisions apart and just adding pieces, tubes, this or that, and plugging the TV up, and the TV worked. I was so excited. Growing up, becoming a teen, and watching all the other teens around me in the environment that I grew up in, I wanted to be liked. I wanted to be accepted. I wanted to be part of the gang. So I had to change from that little boy that I was. My aspirations and my dreams of becoming that executive had to change, because I didn't want to be laughed at. I don't want to be made fun of. And I didn't want to be an outsider. I wanted to be an insider. And in doing that, my whole life began to change. I began hanging out with some young men, and these young men, just like myself, they didn't have a whole lot. But today I understand that parents tried to give them the best that they could. They were hanging out, they were doing things that young men do. And I began to follow that way. And following that way, because I thought there was no other way, I thought this was the way to go, I found myself getting caught up in a lot of trouble. Trouble with the law, trouble in school, trouble at home. And as I continued to grow in my young adulthood, I had to visit some places that wasn't some very nice places in order to bring about an understanding, in order to bring about a change within myself. Some of the young men that I was hanging out with are no longer here today. Some of them are addicted and still in the same place today. There had to be a change. And once I began to have children of my own, I knew that there was more in me. I knew there was more that I had to do. And the challenges that I faced was fear of success, fear of failure, and fear of the unknown. There were some gentlemen that I met who pulled me aside. And they said, Tony, there's another way. You do not belong in this. This is not who you are. These gentlemen seen in me more than I was seeing in myself. I enrolled in a place called First Academy. And here at First Academy, these young men that I met changed my life forever. I recall them choosing me to be the department head of communication. I didn't know why. But I had to sit at the phones all day long from sunup to sundown. I had to take notes. I had to do acquisitions. And these were things that were unfamiliar to me. What was familiar to me was sneakers, jeans, boots, and really just wanting to be on the outside, because that's really the only thing I knew. I was in fear of rising to the next level because I didn't know what the next level held for me. In time, I began to like this position because I started noticing that I could communicate well, that I could write well, I could read well. And over time, I became great at what I was doing. I say that to let you know that regardless of what you have been through, regardless of where you have been, and the challenges that you have faced, including the challenges that you are facing today. Fear, as I've learned, is false evidence appearing real. It was in my mind. Today, I still feel fear for all sorts of reasons. However, what I've learned is that I have to turn that fear into conviction and motivation in order to move forward. And also I have to understand that failure is an option and giving up is not. Failure is the road to success because I can't learn anything new unless I fail at it. So next time when I go back, I know how to do it differently. I'm here just to express that we all have some fears. We all have some doubts, but we also have a voice that we can use within ourselves first, and then we can begin to use it on the outside. As I said in one of my previous videos, I am not unique. No, I'm not. I've been through some things in life and facing challenges today just as well. There's a speaker that I listen to. His name is Desi Dorado. And Desi Dorado talks about being cautious in your business dealing because there is trickery all over the place. I have a challenge that I'm faced with today regarding a business decision. Because I thought that I had made the right decision. I said yes to the good and no to the best. So today I have to face the hurdle of getting over that decision that I made. And the decision that I made was to go to work for someone that something inside me said, don't do it, Tony. This is not the right project for you. I'm in construction today. I'm a construction supervisor, licensed and insured. And my goal was just to make a way to provide for my family, my children, to make a better life for myself and those that God has given me stewardship over. My goal was to help people see that they can have those things that other people have, but they think that they don't deserve. Yes, there are the haves and the have-nots. But what I've realized is that that's just in our mind. We can have anything that we would like to have. For myself, I know I have to believe in myself first and move forward. And I can have those things as well. Because yes, we do deserve those things. I'm not sure what is going to be the outcome of this challenge. But what I do know is that I'm going to continue to move forward. And I'm going to continue to trust. There's a writer named Art Linkletter. And I began to follow Art Linkletter's way. And it says, do a little more than you're paid to. Try a little harder than you want to. Aim a little higher than you think possible. And give a lot of thanks to God for health, family, and friends. The cards that we are dealt. The cards that we are dealt, we have to put them together. We have winners, we have losers. In the winning hand, we're very jovial. On the losing hand, we can become sad. However, these are the cards that we were dealt. And in handling those cards that we were dealt, for myself, I know I did the best I could with the information that I had. My goal today is to help others to understand the true meaning of communicating with self. And looking back at our formative years as we were growing, the decisions and the choices that we made, they weren't the best decisions. Some of them weren't the best choices either. However, we're here today to talk about it. And being here today to talk about it, that means that we have a voice and we have a story to tell. And we can't be ashamed to share our voice. We can't be ashamed to tell our story. Some stories are very enlightening, and some stories are very grim. However, within each and every story, there was a challenge that had to be faced. And by standing here today, and if you're listening to me, or you're watching me, I'm going to ask you to think back at some of the challenges that you faced, that you thought that you couldn't get through, that you thought that this was the end. And it came to pass. What did you learn? That which you learned is really not for you. It's for us to share that experience with someone else that's going to be going through the same situation, but not know how to solve it. I'm going to continue to move forward. I'm not going to allow fear to paralyze me. I'm not going to allow the fear of success to hold me or keep chains on me, and the fear of the unknown. We know for sure that change is coming, and that's going to happen. In accepting change, we can begin to grow. But we have to begin to grow within ourselves first, by speaking to ourselves first, by having proper communication with ourselves. If there is something that you would like for me to understand better, or something that you would like to help me to move to the next level, or if there's something that you may not understand, please comment. And if I don't know, I'm gonna let you know that I don't know. But I'm gonna diligently do my homework and find out and get back to you. This is Mastermind, Organized Effort, Public Speaking Leadership Academy. Mastermind is just not one mind, my mind. Mastermind is multiple people coming together in a harmonious fashion to reach a goal. It's going to take more than just myself to help and to reach others. On the flip side of that coin, I need help myself every day. I'm learning in this world of information and data, so much of it, that I have to stay focused. I have to tune out the outside noise and tune in within myself. And there are others out there who may not know how to do that. What I do in the mornings, I pray, I meditate. I don't pick up my phone. I take those few moments in the morning just to become centered, and also to make room, just in case something does not go as planned. As we know, you make a plan, and God has a different plan for you. Every day is not the same. Thank you for your time. Thank you for tuning in. And I'm open for questions. I'm open for objections. But I'm also open for meaningful dialogue. My name is Tony Davis, coming to you from Mastermind, Organized Effort, Public Speaking Leadership Academy. And the hand that you were dealt have some winners and some losers. We play the hand that we have been dealt to the best of our ability, because that's what we have today. But one day, you will be the dealer. Thank you so much.